Welcome to Old Man Bevan, Episode 3. So, I don't necessarily have a topic for today's episode, just general old man shit, Here's some things that made me feel old this week. First, I managed to find new places in my ear that I didn't think it was possible you could actually grow hair.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, it's getting bad. I grow hair everywhere. I'm like a chia pet, but instead of adding water, you just add beer. And the next morning I wake up and I'm just like, I look like Captain Caveman or something. Remember that cartoon? That was a good one, by the way. I mean, grow hair everywhere except where it matters, of course. But, yeah. And the other night I'm laying in bed and my legs are just cramping up. I'm like, like in pain. Now, I don't exactly do like the Saquon Barkley leg workout every day, and I do drink a lot of water every day, so it couldn't have been dehydration. And I look over at my snazzy Apple Watch here to find that I walked a total of 320 steps that day. 320 steps. I'm pretty sure that there are tortoises that take more steps than that in a day. Really bad, huh? What else? Oh, Friday night, we were invited over a good friend's house for a night out. And when you're our age, instead of going over and like playing Beirut or beer pong, as some call it, and things like that, we went and played bananagrams with smooth jazz playing in the background. And I got to tell you, it was fun. It was lovely. It was a great night. But the highlight for me, actually, at the end of the night had to be when we were putting the bananagrams back because they combined two games, and a couple of the players were sorting the tiles, and they put them all in alphabetical order in nice straight lines. And I have a little OCD, so that was like porn for me. Yeah, it was almost erotic. I'm like, oh, straighten the line. Oh, look at all those A's and the B's, and then there's the C's. Pathetic, I know. That's a fun Friday night for me these days. It is. Here's another little old man tip for you too. When I go to a car wash, I will not pay more than the bare minimum to go through that tunnel, because I'm convinced that even if you buy the super deluxe ultra wash, it's the same fucking wash you get when you go through. I've never seen like the car in front of me getting extra hoses on there and stuff, or extra sprays. I think if you get like the undercar wash, I'm not sure that there's like a Wizard of Oz back there with dials and buttons and stuff being like, oh, that guy didn't get the wax, turn that off. Oh, turn on the undercarriage for this guy. Pretty sure it's the same exact wash that everyone gets as they go through, It's just the two dudes there to scrub your tires, and they're just like, all right, next. Same wash, for real. But I am a total sucker for free vacuums. I get way too excited over a free vacuum. You can lure me in. It's like bait for a fish. Just if I see a free vacuum sign, I'm there. I am absolutely there. Because I get so pissed when I pull into a gas station and the vacuum's like $3. I mean, and it doesn't even work. I will go like 10 miles out of my way for a free vacuum. I'll spend more in gas than it would be to pay for a vacuum just to go to a free vacuum. It excites me, I'm there, I'm like vacuuming. I'm like, oh my God, I could spend a half hour here if I wanted to. This is glorious. Sometimes I do too. You know what I always do? Because I'm such a great husband, sometimes I'll take my wife's mess of a car and get that cleaned and washed for her. And I need every bit of that half hour to vacuum that thing. My wife's car looks like a frat boy's room. It's worse. It's worse than some rooms that were in frat houses. I don't know. It's like a fucking science experiment. I find all kinds of utensils that have been there for probably months missing, and they've got like yogurt and stuff caked on them. There's probably like enough wrappers and empty cans and stuff to fill a small garbage can. I'm the guy at that vacuum that's just like scooping stuff out into the trash can that's there. People are looking at me like, holy shit. Makeup. There's like, I think I once found I don't know what it was, like nail polish or something. It was on the steering wheel. It was even on like the gauges. How is that possible? You know, find like a random sock in the glove compartment. You know, coffee mugs that I've been missing for like a month. I get all excited. I'm like, there's my coffee mug wedged under the seat. You know, lipstick in the seats. Actually, this is a good story. Going back to the bananagrams, our good friend admitted to this one the other day because she apparently does the same thing. Maybe this is a wife thing. I don't know. But she said that one time she let a tube of lipstick just melt between the car seat and the console, and she couldn't quite get it out, but she just left it there, and it was like a lipstick dispenser, and she would just like dip into it and be like, which actually is kind of brilliant and hilarious. Yeah, what else do I find in my wife's? I don't know. But her excuse is too that she's like, well, if I had a nice car, I'd take care of it, right? I don't buy that for 1 second. You know, I feel like she could have a Ferrari Testarossa and I would still find chocolate covered pretzels in the seats and things like that. You know, I find like Skittles and M&Ms just melted into the carpets. I've given up. I just left them there. They're like a mosaic. It's like an extra tread on there at this point. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you have the same problem. But, yeah, so short episode today. Those are my bitchings and musings for the week. Didn't get many views on episode 2. I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed in my viewing public. Or maybe it was just that bad of an episode. And maybe you're blaming the production value. Because I will admit, you know, I don't know, those of you who know me, I actually worked in the broadcast and video production, web production business for 25 years. So I'm sure that some of my past colleagues are looking at this saying, wow, what happened? Yeah, we just don't have the budget here at Old Man Bevan Show. You know, I've got no lights and shitty cameras. But I need to up the production value of this for my own pride. For sure. But as usual, you know, if you enjoyed this whatsoever, hit like, better yet, subscribe, because that's a thing you can do on YouTube, and share it with friends. You know, I'm keeping the dream alive. Someday I can be an influencer and do nothing for money. That's it. OMB out.